What's up, you guys? What we doing, huh? What are we doing? How are we today, ladies and gentlemen? Are you good? You feeling good? Who's in the house? Turkey's in the house. What's up, Turkey? Sounds like a really bad insult. Hey, Turkey. How many people we got from Turkey in the live stream right now? Poland. Turkey. We'll wait till we get, how many people? 5,000? Wait till we get to like 5,000. And we'll chat. We can chat. Oh, side note though. How much do we hate these, you guys? iPhone users. Hate these, right? I was trying to play something for somebody the other day, and I think I spent 30 minutes running around trying to find one of these in the house. Ugh. I mean, you can play it off your phone, but annoying. All right, 5,000. What's up, you guys? We are here. So, lots going on. Announced the new album yesterday. Put out the new songs, 2 new songs and videos. Talked to a couple people, did a couple interviews. Thank you for the feedback and the all the support, and keep it up. It's effectively like a brand new. I feel like I have like a brand new, like I'm a new artist. Like this is my debut record, and in fact it is, because it's not Linkin Park, it's not Fort Minor. So to some degree building some of it from scratch, but even though all those other things, the other stuff that I've done aside, I do rely on your support and all that stuff. So meaning support in whatever way that you can give. So I appreciate that very much. People tweeting, posting on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, telling people about the new music and videos, sharing it. Feel free to hit up your radio station, your favorite publications, favorite even YouTube channels. I mean, I want to get out there and tell people about this stuff, and so it's a very international group of folks we got here in the live chat. If you guys have have questions or want to talk about any of this, the new stuff or whatever, let me know. Tell me what's up. Tell me what you want to know. 7th letter, what up? I assume that's Casey. What's up, Casey? Casey, for the record, they had a little, my man Casey and his crew, they had a little, the thing going on with H&M, artist that some of you guys know called Revoke. He had a piece that was in a H&M commercial, and they didn't pay him for his piece to be in their commercial. And H&M tried to go to war with graffiti artists, and the artists were not having it, and they basically forced them to back down. It was incredible to see like a major corporation like that back down because of the power of social media and the power of these artists. So congrats to you guys for that so far. It's an ongoing thing. All right, so let's talk about music. How's LP broken up? No. Go ahead and read some interviews and watch interviews. I talked a lot about it already. it's just we just don't have answers to what to do. I mean, you know, certain things are obvious and easy, like going in the studio would be easy to do and cool, fun to make new music with the guys. But getting on stage is a big question mark. Just how to do that and make it great, and make it what you guys would expect and what you guys would want to come see. So when we figure that out, eventually, you know, we'll move things forward. But until then, everybody's kind of doing different things. Yeah, some people, you know, had tickets to shows and stuff. I would have loved, I mean, obviously, I would have loved to play those. And someday, hopefully, we come back with those. And in the meantime, I'll be doing solo shows. I've got a few things coming up. May 12th is a free show in LA. The festival's called Identity LA. It's an Asian American kind of celebration event, so it's free. But yeah, I'm headlining that, and then going to do Reading and Leeds. The album comes out on June 15th, and then later in the year I've got some shows in Asia starting. Some shows in Asia coming together. Notably, Summer Sonic is already out. Has already been announced. Somebody said the new album just now said the new album has, who is this? I gotta scroll back. JPASKU 94. The new album has some connection with 1,000 Suns. Love it. Thanks. 1,000 Suns has always been one of my favorite records that we've done. Chester's too, by the way. And I think there's like elements of this, of stuff that I'm making, that I did want to like kind of, not specific to the, like I made to do something that was like related to that record, but to do something that was that is like, while certain songs like Crossing a Line is a single, it's meant to go out there that way, and I'm really grateful for the radio stations and the playlisters that are putting it on. And there are other tracks on the record they're not made for that, really. I think I released 2 tracks yesterday. So the other one, which is called Nothing Makes Sense Anymore, that one's more of that vibe that like I was just trying to communicate where I was at the time. In the track listing of the Post-Traumatic album, the album, by the way, is going to be 16 songs, a lot of songs, and it starts, the earliest stuff I wrote, you know, almost 8 months ago. That stuff is earliest on the record. So the beginning of the record starts there. And then it kind of goes, not exactly chronologically, but a little bit chronologically. So it's like starts in a really dark place and then it moves out of that. And so Nothing Makes Sense Anymore is a track early on the record. And then as it goes, you know, things are a little, they're less stark, less about like grief and stuff like that, and it starts becoming about other things. Some of you are joking. Who said that? Razalas 99 said, try touching your shoulders. Some of you guys heard the interview yesterday or saw the stuff that I did with K-Rock. They do like a rapid fire like question thing, and said, you know, what was the question? Something like, what do people not know about you, or like a weird thing. And this is as close to touching my shoulders as my body will do. Like I can't, if you look like from there, that's about like an inch. That's about as far as it goes. I can do it this way, but that's it. I got little T-Rex. I got T-Rex arms. Now, I don't know if it's like my elbow or if it's like my shoulder. I don't know what the issue is. But you know, I'm weird. What am I gonna say? What else, you guys? What else? Oh, do me a favor. Go back on WeDemand.com. Keep voting on WeDemand.com. Find my name on WeDemand. Sign in with wherever you're from, and put a vote in to see a show near you. All of you guys who do that, what it does for us on my side is it lets us know what areas to kind of prioritize in terms of where to go set up shows. And I'm not, if it's going to be a show of, 1,000 people, great. If it's going to be 5,000 people, 10,000 people, great. Like, it's all, to me, it's not about necessarily about only going to places with the biggest draw. We just have to know what to expect, in a sense. Like, I don't want to. We have to set up a show where it's designed appropriate to your, the show that we're going to play for you. I can't come in, roll in with a bunch of production and spend a bunch of money to put together a show that's, the cost and the whatever is this big, and then the show itself is like this. Like, I want to put something together and come out to play for you for sure. But it's, I need to know where the draw is. And that's not just me, that's obviously like the management and the promoters and all that stuff. That gets into the I don't want to get into all the logistics of it, but the bottom line is it's helpful, and it lets us know what to prioritize and how to get out there. So go to weedemand.com, find my name, and let us know where you want to see me play. We'll do our best. We already had some, for the record too. I know Eastern Europe, you guys came in strong on that, and a lot of folks in Russia and Kazakhstan, you guys are at the top of the list. Sorry, I just drank a bunch of coffee, kind of congested. Yeah, so I know Eastern Europe, you guys voted real strong, and you're at the top of the list. And I haven't announced shows there yet. That's because we had already started setting up the shows that are coming out right now. We had already started setting those up. So as it goes, like, we're going to start to like get to that list. We're already starting to get to that list now. So just there's a little bit of like lag time. Ukraine, yeah, I know. Eastern Europe, you guys, I see you. Brazil's strong. You guys, Latin America's strong on the voting. And I know that, like, for the U.S. and U.K. too, you guys, you're more spread out. So you don't usually rank as high on that list. But if I look at the top, 30 cities, and there are a whole bunch of U.S. cities in there. So that's not lost on me. Is it top 20 or top 30? So what else? Talk to me. What else is going on? What else do you want to know? Will the rest of Linkin Park join me in the upcoming performances? That is going to be a no. The other guys are up to other stuff, and I kind of want to do this. I feel like this for right now, this is something that I want to kind of make my own personal statement on. And obviously I love the guys. Like, we've been chatting and stuff, and I've been texting with them even like yesterday and today. So all is still good. But right now I'm doing this on my own. A question from D Cohen 49. Did you film the Nothing Makes Sense Anymore video just after the fires or more recently? I actually went up on the hill. So in the what's the third video I put out? The third song I put out on the first EP was called Watching As I Fall. At the end of that, I did this little like video log thing where I was talking about there had been the fires. So there had been fires near the Getty Center here in LA, and I mean, it was like everybody around here thought our houses were going to burn down. Like, everybody in that area around the 405 and 101 in the valley, like, there were at that time there's like 5 huge fires, and in fact the one up in Santa Barbara was even crazier. Like, I think you could drive a mile and you'd still be in like fire zone. It was so big that the area that had burned was so big that you could drive for a whole minute and you'd still see black hills. So after that, it all calmed down. I decided to go up there and film the video for Nothing Makes Sense Anymore. And I just took up like one little, it was like this little camera. And I just went up there on the hill and shot a bunch of footage. I used my phone and used that. And filmed that stuff and edited it myself. So that's what that video was. Yeah, obviously, like it's symbolic. It's a pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious symbolism. Um, so that's how that got done. I don't know how many more of these videos I'm going to shoot just like on my own like that. I did some, and yeah, so there might be some, but I don't think I'm not going to do them all myself. In fact, crossing a line I did with somebody else. So we'll probably keep doing that. Argentina in the house. Houston in the house. What's up, Houston? Looking for some more questions here. Turkey, India, Italy, Russia. Privet, Russia. Indonesia. London, Italy, Germany. Is the album? What's up, Zach? Is the album entirely self-produced, or are there collabs? There are collaborations on the record, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's in terms of the production, it is very close to 100% self-produced. I had a couple people contribute a couple little things. You already know that I used some percussion by Rob Borden on the first track. Brad helped me out with some structure things, and he did a little bit of writing on a couple things. And then I had a couple other friends who, I think I had one. If I keep this one song, there'll be some guitar by a friend. And if I keep this other song, a little bit of like music production, and then the rest of it's all me. I mean, it's like 90 with all that. If it stays the way it is right now, which I'm putting finishing touches on it right now, it'll be 95% produced by me. I decided not to mix it myself this time. I wanted having Manny Marroquin mix it. Manny's mixed a lot of our stuff. He's incredible. Everything from Manny mixes everything. I mean, from rock to hip hop to pop, like, I think he's done I know he's done like Kanye stuff, maybe I think Kendrick stuff, to like Justin Bieber. Like he's done everything. Fantagram, I don't know. He's done so much great stuff. The great question. How do you describe your music, Mike? That is like, isn't that the tricky part? Music right now, I'm like this. A lot of stuff that I'm listening to is really blended genre. Like it's just, I grew up that way. That's what I love, and it's like, it's hard to put it in a box. I think that technically they have to put like a genre on it when they put it out, when the label puts it out. So they're going with alternative, that's great. It's cool. I mean, we came up on K-Rock and all that stuff, on the alternative radio and all that. So that's awesome, and they're like family to me and the guys. So happy to have that, but I think it's pretty obvious, like although, for example, like these last two tracks don't have any rapping really on them, like the record has tons of rapping on it. Some of it's like straight rapping, and some of it's like more singing, rapping, and then other stuff is just singing. But the music is the same way. Like some of it's like real heavy on the beats, and other parts are have more live instrumentation. So just expect a wide range of stuff on there. Fort Minor's so underrated. Thank you. Appreciate that. Looking for an answer. That's a good question. I don't think Looking for an Answer is going to be on the record. I had thought about putting it on, and I don't think it's going to be on at this point. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's going to be on it at this point. But if I may just throw that in the live set. Like, come to the show. If you guys want to hear that, like, obviously all it takes to play that song is a piano and a microphone. So I can do that. How how do I feel about performing by myself is a question. It's gonna be fun. Like I don't know. For me, like everything is just very, very like loose. You know, like I don't want to. If I do one show and I feel like, oh, that was cool, but I want to like change the whole approach dramatically, like then I'll change it. You know, it's just, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. And so it's cool to like be in here with, you know, to be as I go to like talk to you guys about what you know you're thinking about things and all that. And I'll just try and find that balance between, you know, the artistry of it and the because I feel like sometimes being an artist, you want to do something like you're passionate about doing a certain way, and then that might be at odds with what people want to do or what is commercially the smartest thing to do. Like that, I mean, if you think about it, like we've made a lot of records that were commercially and insane. Like people made. We did 1,000 Suns, which was more of a concept record. People were like, "What the hell is this?" And then we did Hunting Party, which is like a hardcore record, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" Like I know if you're on the side where that's your shit, like then if a concept record is your favorite kind of album, then obviously you're the person who's like, yeah, finally they did it. And everybody, you don't even realize it, everybody else is like, what the fuck is this nonsense? And then the metal record, the hardcore record is the same way. Like hardcore fans were like, cool, they did this like heavy record. And everybody else was like, what the fuck is this? And they didn't listen to it. And then we did One More Light, which is more of a pop record. And people were like, all the metal fans were like, what the hell is this? You know, we're always going to get that. Always going to get it. Tengu, Mike, are you a K-pop star? That's amazing. I'm a J-pop star. Speaking of which, by the way, I'm excited to play that show in LA with Jay Park, who is like a legit like star. I don't know a lot about Jay Park, but as soon as that got announced, all the Jay Park fans were like, what? So shout out to Jay Park. That's cool. And shout out to Roy Choi. Holy crap. Roy Choi is a culinary superstar. He's like, everyone in LA knows him for the Kogi truck, Korean street tacos, the infamous. I feel like Roy Choi started the whole food truck thing, like to me. He's like the originator in a sense. Because that was the first time I ever heard people like really talking about like a food truck. What time is it? I probably got to get going soon, you guys. I have some music to write and some stuff to wrap up with this. Somebody asked, maybe will you make some stuff with the sign? I mean, one of the post-traumatic hoodies or snapbacks would be great. If you guys saw my Instagram story this morning, I was going through samples this morning because every once in a while, like I like to just double check that our blanks, that are the stuff that we're printing on, is like, you know, current and feels, and it's what I would want to wear. Because I wouldn't want to give you guys something or put something on our store that like I wouldn't personally wear. So I usually like to check the blanks and check everything and make sure the fit is cool and that it feels like, you know, the quality is good and it feels good and looks good to me. So I'm making some stuff right now, doing some stuff based on the art of the album. I painted a ton of stuff. I also worked with my friend and my longtime collaborator, Frank. Frank has been with us. We've done all the album covers together. So we made a bunch of images together, and we're doing the merchandise as well. So there'll be some stuff with our art. It's funny because like in some cases, like I did something, and then I gave him the art, and then he tweaked it, or he shot a photo of me, and the art's in the photo, and so it's like it's an interesting collaboration that way. But yeah, I think that's going to be the basis for a lot of the art. And yeah, what else? All you guys asking questions about Linkin Park, just go Google it. because I've talked about it a lot. It's yeah. Thanks very much, you guys. Plan after post-traumatic EP. So the album, post-traumatic album, comes out again. It comes out June 15th, and it is 16 songs. So you guys have now heard 5. There's a whole album of stuff to go, and I'm excited for you guys to hear it. There's, like I said, like I did all the music pretty much. Had a couple of friends help out on a couple things, including some vocalists. We'll talk more about that later. I'm not ready to tell you about any of that yet. That's your screenshot right there. You guys always, every time I make a fucking face, you guys screen grab that shit. Which is all good. Oh, man. By the way, speaking of which, Lorenzo from our office, he just put up a bunch of GIFs on Giphy, and I know you guys have all that, you know, you're passing that stuff around and making your own and stuff. Dude, some of that shit is so funny. It is so funny. So keep doing that stuff. My favorite one is the one of me and me and the other guy both wearing the red flannel in the crossing a line video. I love that the flannel has like become a thing. You guys are hilarious. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get ready to take off, or I'm gonna get ready to shut this down and get working. It's work time. Hold on, what do we got here? Hold on, where's the video? Yeah, so working. It's work time. Got my little. What do we got going on here? My little Wacom pad. That's not for the music. That's for art. And this is called that white one is called a Schwiemann. It's an analog synth. Although it doesn't look like a synth, it is. You guys know these guys. These pictures back there, that's from when we were recording Minutes to Midnight. So that's the stuff in my studio. People have asked before, what are the paintings in my studio? That is Anthony Mikolev. These are all originals. That's Anthony Mikolev. I'm a huge fan of his. He's incredible. Connor Harrington back here. He's incredible. And then that's Futura. I realized I got that like 10 years ago now. It's crazy that's 10 years old. These are a couple Linkin Park posters that Dalek did. He's awesome. This is actually a traditional hand-painted, it's a Japanese flag. And it's like a vertical flag. You'd be like held on like a big post, and then it attaches to the top and attaches to the sides. Oh, and you guys know who that guy is. That's Shepard. In my vinyl collection. The weirdest thing in my studio right now is this thing, which is a clothing rack with a blanket on it. And you might say, is that a piece of art, Mike? Is this some weirdo, like, modern art? And the answer is no, it is not. It is for deadening sound. So sometimes if I need the sound of the vocal mic to be extra, like to have no echo of like the room, so then this thing right here catches the sound on this side of the mic, and then I'll be right here, and then that thing will be behind me, and it'll just make the sound of the mic, it'll make it real tight. Like you won't have as much of the sound. If you listen, you can hear the sound of the room. Listen. You hear that? So it makes a little bit of that go away. All right, guys. I'm going to take off. Thanks very much for tuning in. And thanks so much again for supporting the songs and the album. Post-Traumatic comes out on June 15th. Pre-order is up on MikeShinoda.com. Check out the videos, stream the songs. Thankfully, we have limited editions with the art book and T-shirt. The high-level limited edition, I said I was going to sign 500 prints. those are all those. I think like we got those sold out in like the first like hour or two, I think, for the most part. So thanks so much for doing that, and I love you guys, and just yeah, keep spreading the word for me, okay? Talk to you guys soon, and yeah, all that. See you.